So I have a new build here for everyone who is trying to push their single target damage in dungeons or the raids. You can go and use this build. We recently got some new buffs and some nerfs. Nerfs I will talk about in another video, but there are some few decent buffs that you can use now to increase your single target damage even more. So I won't be using a slow time headpiece in this at all. We will have 100% uptime bonus for a black hole. If you are confused how we're gonna do that, let me showcase here. So if we use a black hole here, it will have 100% uptime, and let me actually explain that. If we go and take a look here, we still have the damage for us there, so 100% uptime. Before that goes out, I can just use another black hole and keep my damage that I am receiving from the black hole, and that is 28.5%. That is huge. And so if that sounds interesting, I will be going through the dummy here, showcasing my damage per second. Let me just pause that, reset, waiting for my gems to come back, refresh, so we can go through this test here. I will be starting with the black hole. Let's go. I will try and not mess up with the skills and cast them as soon as they come back. You can see the burst damage there on the left side is pretty good already, and the beneficial duration is what helping us keep this damage up. And I will go for 1 minute run here. Early when I was testing this, I was able to get 1.4 million damage per second, so it will be interesting to see if I can get that back for about 1 minute test here. Just keep going, standing still, pretty solid. You can see few more seconds. We'll keep spamming. Couple of more seconds. Let's go. Few more seconds. And there we go. 1.43 million damage per second. I was able to get in about 1 minute, 87 million damage in 1 minute. So there we go. The new builds are stronger than using the slow time. You can still go and use the slow time if you don't need all this much damage. That is going to be absolutely fine still. But if you want the absolutely high damage, then you can go and use this build. And I want to get one thing very clear here. This might not be the highest damage build. There might be a variation of a build that might do a bit more damage, but that is fine. This build is still going to give you a really high damage, and you cannot go wrong with it. And now let's go take a look at what I was using here, starting with the skills. I was using a magic missile, lightning nova, black hole, arcane torrent, and the disintegrate. And as for what paragon I was using, it was the weaver. This is how I have my points distributed here in the weaver. And if you go and take a look at the essences, this is what I was using. Every time I use a black hole, it increased my damage by 28.5%. And then I was using the chest for the lightning nova. Every time I use a primary, it also shoot the enemy. Shoulder for the disintegrate, the new one, and pants for the disintegrate as well. And then I was using the rift prayer for the arcane torrent, and then I was increasing the attack speed with this main hand. You can also go and use this new essence that explode every 3 hit. The damage is going to be somewhat stay same, or maybe give you a bit more damage depending on the gems you're using and how much beneficial duration you have. Really depend on a few of the things that you have in the build. And for the offhand, I was using a blaster cast again for a magic missile, And then again another modifier here for the magic missile, giving us another blast for every critical hit. So these are the builds that I was able to come up with. Like I said, not going to be the highest damage. Maybe there might be a different variation with the meteor maybe, and so really depend on what gems you're using, and the variation of the build can change, but you can still use this and it will give you a lot of damage. Now I was almost forgetting about the set pieces. I was using 4-piece Virtus Urges to increase the beneficial duration and my attack speed, and then I was using 2 pieces Banquet of Eyes. You can maybe have 4 pieces Grace of the Flagrant and 2 pieces Virtus Urges. That is going to work with the build as well. I'm signing off now. You guys have a great day. See you all in the next one. Later, guys.